Been a while. Yippee yippee yip yip yip. Yippee yippee yip yip yip. No. Speed is in second, but not by much. Actually, the scores are pretty close. It's a close game. No big decorations this time around, huh? Kinda lazy. Either that or they just use them for the big seasonal ones. I pretty much have zero reason to check these shops anymore, but well, I'm here. Might as well. Okay, let's see how rusty we are, shall we? It's been a hot minute. Ooh, the glow in my headphones look pretty darn cool. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and get the clout up and running. Muscle memory. Oh yeah, they have health bars now. Not sure what the point of that is, but it's not like we needed them from Splatoon 2 and 1 and 2, you know. Oh well. Gotcha. Get out of here. Lop. Yeah, very rusty. Alex, how goes it? Welcome. How you doing? Sucks I need to do 7 of these matches just to calculate the power, which is kind of stupid. Whatever. Go. Aw, you guys barking at someone just walking by? Aw. Been watching all these Splatoon 3 games. YT, nice. Yeah, I used to play Splatoon 3 a lot, but I just stopped enjoying this game because of how poorly handled it was. The update cycle is atrocious, the matchmaking is atrocious, the maps especially are atrocious. The weapon kits are boring. Yeah, I just don't enjoy this game that much like at all. Whee. I still don't get what the point of the health bars are. Oopsies. Blow him up. See y'all. Ow. See y'all. Got it. Key. I despise this stage. I despise every stage in this game, honestly. With the exception of Virgin Underpass and Calamaria. Those are like literally the only two stages I actually enjoy playing on. Let's see. Let's go do a squat cheese, which I should probably change up my gear for. Definitely want some ink saver. I think these shoes work pretty nicely. And after all this time, these weapons still have not received the buffs they need. Go figure. Yeah, the weapon balance is atrocious as well. Not sure how long I'm gonna make this stream. Might just make it 8 matches if I'm being honest. Wasn't even the blast that I got me. Lols. Hee. Not sure how well that went, but I don't care. Hey, we win! We win! It shouldn't be first win of the day. It should just be first match of the day. You shouldn't have to be forced to win. That is just so stupid. Yoink! Yoink! Hold it. Even with the mask. This ain't Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh great, there's a freaking emulator on the other team. Wonderful. Ink the base. Jeez, these things are so inaccurate. But of course, Nintendo hasn't buffed them yet. After how long? Jeez. Goes to show they don't really know how to balance weapons properly. Yay, congratulations. That thing's more accurate than the dual squelches. Let that sink in for Nintendo's inability to balance weapons properly. Anyway, this thing's so freaking inaccurate. Sabotage will win. We had the power of FNAF. Oh boy. What do we got now? I go, okay. Irish market is at least, I'm gonna say it's just below the line of decent. It's the best of the default Splatoon 3 maps in my opinion. That train station map, whatever the heck it's called, I completely forget because I don't care. It's also pretty good. But Yotel Alley, yeah, screw that map. The only nice thing about it is how it looks visually. It kind of does remind me of the classic Splatoon maps. Being in like alleyways, under bridges and stuff like that. Just cool set pieces. Something this game really lacks. At least at first it did. The maps did get better visually, you know, over time, but the layouts are still pretty bad. Huh, that looks new. I don't recall those streets on the side being a part of this place. I don't ever recall seeing those. Ever. Did they redesign this map? I do not recall those streets being a part of it. If so, then that's cool. Because now it really looks more like the classic Splatoon maps. And I'm using a freaking pacifist weapon, so I'm not gonna get any splats with this one. I really have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Ouch. I should be using the incline kit, because that kit is way better than this one. Like I said, visually the maps look nice, but the layouts are absolutely horrendous. Once you're pinned down, you're just screwed. That's all there is to it. There's no flanking, no walls to climb, no nothing. Unfortunately, because the people that made these maps are clearly not the same people that made the other maps. I think they did redesign this map though. It looks pretty nice. Now they added the streets to the side. but straight lines. They clearly designed, was it table turf war before the actual match, and they're like, oh, that's what turf wars are like. Literally symmetrical squares and straight lines with no depth to them whatsoever. Got it. Very clear that the original designers did not make these maps. If they did, they'd be actually pretty good. It does kind of feel good to get back into this game, though. Now, if only they would add what I've been telling them they need to add. A returning map from Splatoon 2 with 15 Kensa and 15 children's pick weapons. That would be an actual real good reason to come back to this game. The Splatfest just feels kind of forced to promote their Switch 2 exclusive, quote unquote, which can totally be on the Switch 1, but they're forcing people to buy Switch 2s by putting it exclusively on the Switch 2. Which, actually, oddly enough, given what Sony is doing, the Switch 2 isn't looking too bad right now. The chances of me grabbing one have just increased, because at least they still have physical cartridges. And no, I'm not referring to those fake physical cartridges in the form of key cards. No, but the Switch 2 does actually have real physical game cartridges for a select real games. Splatoon Raiders better be one of them. Jesus fucking does 0 damage. I got 2 splats on now though. Yeah, we both had bad aim. That's what I took out of that. Frickin'. Toxic mist is so much more expensive than it needs to be. I got the aura. With this weapon of all weapons. Jeez. Yippee! overall splatter with the weapon I was using. What? Overall splatter, I get 5 splats. Oh, well, I'll take it. I'll take it. Whoo-hee. I actually kind of want to save. Ooh! We just went 3 times. Who we got? Sonic. No one I know. Let's see. Oh, wait, I gotta friggin' type one in first. I'll add this one to favorites. And now back to this weapon, which I use ink. Save remain 4. Okay, the team power will be calculated after this match. But I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more matches. Then I'll call it a stream there. Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Oh goody, a mirror match. And no conch flash. Whoopity doo da flippity ding ding day. A waste of 5 minutes. And you're probably thinking, oh, the matches are just 3 minutes. And yeah, but the time it takes to get into the match, and the time it takes to show the results, and the time it takes to start up another match, yeah, it's overall more so 5 minutes than it is 3 minutes. Yeah, the accuracy on that weapon is kind of insane, despite the fact it's supposed to be a plunger. But that just shows how little maintaining is about weapon balance. And then I have the most pathetic excuse of a special weapon ever created in the history of Splatoon. Yeah, I might cat person as well. Speaking of which, my cat's actually up here with me. She's sleeping in the corner. Get out of here. Right on out in. feel like everything's more expensive than it needs to be on any ink. Ah, this map sucks. All the default Splatoon 3 maps suck. Nothing but straight lines. Well, one more match to go, then I'm gonna call it. I can only play this. I can only play this rush to market stuff for so long. Corner cut, rush to market, unbalanced, unpolished, unthought through because money. And I 100 times. I've seen speed come up for 10, 100, and 3-3 now. Nice. Okay, last match. Win or lose, I don't care. I'll just be glad to get off. Ding ding. It's the worst of the two. I swear, Nintendo makes it so that you purposely get the worst of the two maps in each rotation. It's as if they want you to have a bad time. And what do you know? Another mirror match. So that's 10 minutes wasted already on this Splatfest. Because Nintendo literally does not have the smarts to know how to make mirror matches count for anything. Sure thing. Sure thing. One slash should have done him, but it's not too much. They don't have enough balance. He's cool. Yoink. Oh, that baited out a good bit. Nope. Sure thing, Nintendo. Jeez, they really don't know how to design anything properly. They still haven't fixed that where it's supposed to be fixed. Because they just don't care. They already got in money, that's how they put it up. Jeez, this game sucks. It really does. Granted, I am rusty, but all the problems still are there in full force. This game is just not enjoyable because it was rushed to market with too many corners cut. That's 10 minutes of the Splatfest already wasted. With 2 mirror matches back to back. Because Nintendo don't have the smarts to know how to actually balance them properly or solve the mirror match problem. Sorry, but conch clashes don't count. That's a band-aid solution. Well, what do you expect from a company that cuts corners to make money? Well, then again, that was Pro Match, and Pro Match, we all know, is stupid. Oh, good. Barnacle and Dumb. I'll do a few more matches. I want to make sure I climb my rank here. Barnacle and Dumb is, in my opinion, the worst Splatoon map in existence. In freaking existence. That map is the epitome of pinned down, you lose. Okay, we get the better map. Good. Still kind of trash in design in comparison to the original. Xavier, how goes it? Yeah, I've had no real reason to play this game outside of this Splatfest that they just announced. Now if only they'll bring a Splatoon 2 map back with 15 Kensa picks and Sheldon's picks and Kensa collection weapons. Doggo. Damn. Same weapon. I guess fly it 3 times as fast. That's good. Yay, Trazuka's garbage. And that's something new. Yay! This switch unfortunately blue screen. Uh-oh, can you get that repaired maybe? I haven't found something to fix it otherwise, yeah. Second year gotchas, I get you. Burnt out at video games. It's a rough feeling. Either that or there's been really nothing actually good the past, like, few years. It's all just been overpriced, corner cut slop. Unbalanced, unfun. Same thing we've been playing, but worse. Ding ding. And we get the worst map in Splatoon history. Up against a coordinated team who know what they're doing, so I might as well just press the home button and exit the game. Isn't that right, Nintendo? Yeah, you're stuck on there now, huh? Looks like those past Nintendo added do nothing to fix the problem with this map. The only way out is the super jump, because once you're down there, there's only one way back, and that's the super jump, unfortunately. So yeah. A fake fix, in other words. She's the treasure that cannot splat for anything. It's just an ink super lobby. Yeah, I feel even better for video games. We'll have to see. Nintendo's had nothing impressive going on lately. This game sucks. It really does. This is literally the worst map in Splatoon history. Once you're pinned down, you're pinned down. That's all there is to it. There is no getting out. This map is so bad, man. This map sucks so hard. Once you're pinned down, you're screwed. That's all there is to it. There is literally no getting out. This map blows. Worst map in Splatoon history. And that's almost kind of a fact. It's not even an opinion at that point, it's a fact. Do you see how bad that layout is? It's funny how the worst of pretty much everything comes from Splatoon 3 specifically. That right there just goes to show how bad this game is in comparison to the previous two, because of how many corners were cut just to push it out quickly for a quick buck. Wait, time to torture myself. At least this time if we lose, we have a good reason. I'm using a charger. Splatoon 1 in 2 days, those are fun. Yeah, no kidding. Splatoon 1 felt like one of those mini games you would play in the middle of turns in a Mario Party game. That's literally what Splatoon 1 felt like. And it was just fun in general. It felt like a genuine actual party game. This game caters way too heavily towards the competitive scene, and it just ruins a lot of things as a result. Meanwhile, Splatoon 2 definitely catered more to the casuals, which is why I enjoy it a lot. That and it was my first Splatoon game, so it holds a special place in my heart for that reason. Mirror match. So that's 15 minutes wasted. It blows my mind how Nintendo still has not thought of a way to fix mirror matches after how long? 10 years? Kinda just goes to show that they're not even trying. I take the trade. Suds. The real ultimate weapon. Nah. You gotta be using pre-patch Splatoon 1 Dynamo really for that. I kind of thought about changing my main weapon in this game specifically to the Imperi Dualies, simply because that weapon represents Splatoon 2 to pretty much the maximum. It's got curling bombs, which made their debut in Splatoon 2, and it's got triple splashdown, which is, you know, this game's version of the splashdown, which made its debut in Splatoon 2, and their dualies, which made their debut in Splatoon 2. So the Imperi Dualies in this game is pretty much full-on Splatoon 2 representation, and I kind of would like to main them for that. Yeah, I suck with chargers so badly. No me good. I'm gonna do something really risky and go into the enemy base with this thing. Both is in the chat on any game they made since TikTok. Or Tears of the Kingdom, yeah, jeez. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom. I started playing that game, but then kind of stopped. right there shows how bad the matchmaking is. We went up against 2 coordinated teams back to back. At least they're on team speed, I guess, but that just shows how bad the matchmaking is. Another 100 times. Let's see who we got. That person right there is one of them. Lols. Trust me, I really would like to enjoy this game, but it's almost impossible to because it's so poorly handled. I literally got bored of this game within the first 3 months of it, simply because it didn't feel different enough from Splatoon 2. It felt worse in every way because we all know that the default Splatoon 3 maps are really bad. They're literally just straight lines, symmetrical boxes, with no walls to climb, no flanking routes, 50% unequal surfaces. Oh, good. A 10 times battle. When I'm using a charger on the worst map in the series. This battle is over before it even started. Thank you, Nintendo. Can I wait until I switch weapons next round or something? Here we go. Yeah, this battle's done. We're getting pinned down, which means there's no way out, which means we might as well just put the controllers down and let them win. We might as well just let them win. Because there's no way out of this. Yeah, I should just put the controller down. I really should. It's what Nintendo wants, after all, for you to not play the game. That's why they make it so that once you're pinned down, you're screwed. If someone else was on the receiving end of this platform, they would have lived. They would have survived. But me? So it kind of goes to show that sub-res does nothing. Based on an ability slot. Literally, doesn't matter what direction I go, I will get pinned down. These maps are not designed with Splatoon movement in mind at all. They're probably designed with Call of Duty movement in mind. Speaking of which, yeah, the Black Ops 1 and 2 ports just came out. And they are asking for absolutely egregious prices for 2 games that are over a decade old. Have a good one, Xavier. Yeah, that battle was done before it started. Thanks, Nintendo. Gonna wait until next match where I switch my weapon out. You try to have fun by switching weapons, but it's the worst thing you can do in this game because you just get screwed for doing it. It's almost as if this game is intended to be as unfun as possible. I'm gonna do 2 matches with each of my weapons in the on the first weapon page. Then I'll call it a stream. Whee! Yeah, point blank and no damage done. Oh, but if that was someone else using this weapon, I would have been splatted. Few disconnects. Yeah, that's worth $80 a year in fraud. At least they're both on each team. Gee. See ya, little tryhard. Much more count as a lose, yet you'll give me the same amount of XP as you normally would if it was a lose, so again, just the 100th time Nintendo's lying to your face. Just 2 games with every weapon on the front page and then I'm done. Shouldn't take that long, right? That's only 24 matches. Yeah, man, that's gonna take for freaking ever. Why did I insist on doing that? Why did I insist on torturing myself? No, seriously, the past 5 years for gaming have been kind of trash. Nothing but nonsensical corner cut slop of stuff we've been getting. Nothing new, nothing innovative. With the exception of Sega. Sonic Frontiers were pretty innovative for the series. It's a darn good game too. Jeez. Yeah. I think this is the first time I'm streaming one of these on a Friday. I usually wait until a weekend to stream these. But I kind of just wanted to get this one over with because it feels kind of forced. Kind of like the Mario Anniversary one from Splatoon 2. That just felt forced as all heck. Yeet. Big bubbler. Which I think recently got some buffs, I'm not sure though. Whoopee! I think I got a splash hit off there. Oh wow. That was a jump one as well. Should I just stay here? Seems to be working. You're either stationary because you need to be stationary to keep your position and hold down the fort, or because you're pinned down. Why did they even say this is a video game when there's almost no playing involved? It's freaking stupid. Jeez, that was some lag. Luckily, I don't think Splatfest matches count towards your overall score, or KD ratio, WL ratio, whatever you want to call it. Or win-loss ratio. Or is it the weapon level I'm thinking of? I don't know. Oh, freaking hell. Oh, wow. I got a sticker for the blaster. Yeah, sticker. Thank you. I know Splatfest do count. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Oh, well, it's still exceedingly positive, so that's good. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go again. Unfortunately, we're stuck with this map for the next hour and a half, which sucks a lot. What? But then they can splat you. That's one hurt him. And now you're screwed. You're somehow still alive after that. So I want to take them out. See, once you're pinned down on that stage, there's nothing you can do about it. One of the worst, if not the worst, designed stage in Splatoon history. And of course they come from this game. Welcome back, Alex. Ooh, another 3 times. Nobody I know. Well, congrats. Whew, okay, 4 more weapons to go, which means another 8 matches. Eight more matches, then I'm calling it a stream. At least the... well, no, not really. I was gonna say this one's pretty Splatoon rep as well, because the Nautilus did make its debut in Splatoon 2, but it's got a suction bomb, which has been around since Splatoon 1. Which is, you know, not a bad thing. Yeah, if I were to switch my main from the Inzap to any weapon in this game, it would have to be the Imperial Splat Dual Blaze, because that is like full-on Splatoon 2 representation. But I really like the Inzap. I really like the Inzap. Uh-oh, we got some lag. Really like how nimble the weapon is. base, guys. Double triple splashdown and booyah bomb. Holy freak. Yay, level up. Wow, the fact that didn't splat is ridiculous. Mozart. Classical music. Not sure if I helped or not, but we'll have to see. but that works. They missed. That was a little bit wasteful, but whatever. Got the aura again. Yeah, second time I got the aura. Nice. There you go. Okay, what next? Oh boy. A weapon that I have a lot of fun using in Splatoon 1. Not so much in this game. Because apparently the devs hate rollers. They turned every one of them into a wet noodle. I'd say the brushes are more effective than the rollers in this game. Okay, come on, let's go. Not many more matches to go, come on. Just 6 more. Don't make this take freaking longer than it has to, please. Come on! Jeez Louise. Are so little people playing this game that it takes this long to find a match? Seriously? Holy heck. That's ridiculous. Jeez. Literally going on 2 minutes to find a freaking match. Is that how little people are playing this game? Wow, this game is atrocious. Yeah, it took you long enough. It should never take that long to find a match. That is ridiculous. Yikes. Damn, the Trizuka is so bad. Piece of junk special weapon, man. Literally right in his face, and it doesn't damage. The Trizuka is so garbage, man. I'm sorry. Whoever designed it, you are terrible at designing special weapons. You are awful at designing special weapons. Whoever designed that special weapon should never be allowed to design another special weapon ever again. All they did was copy the Inkzuka and make it worse in every capacity. That's literally all they did. They just copied the Inkzuka and made it worse in every way imaginable. Whoever designed the special weapon, you are trash at designing special weapons, let me tell you. Can't come up with something original, so you have to use something that's already used, but then try to make it original by making it bad. Holy heck, what a joke. Literally, point blank in their face. Ooh, I'll matrix through the center. And that's why we lost that match right there, because that happened. What a joke of a special weapon, man. What a freaking joke of a special weapon. Yeah, whoever designed it, you need to be doing something else. Because designing special weapons is not your thing. Lost the match because the Trizuka is nothing more than an Inkzuka ripoff that doesn't function. What a joke. point blank and doesn't splat. Yep. No. No. Nothing to write home about with this special weapon. Mid AF, and that's all it'll be. Mid AF special weapon. I'd say below mid. I'd say why would you ever bother using it? Levels of special weapon. Oh yeah, because you have to, because it's on weapon kit. That's why. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So far you've won 10 times battle. Nice. Nice going. Point blank doesn't splat. Yeah, it's no secret at this point that Nintendo hates rollers. These guys hate rollers. Push forward and go. Won 10 times, barely, almost lost. Oh, a 1 point percentage, jeez. Nice going. Ooh, and Suspect just won it 100 times. Nice. That must be the one that Subspace won. Let's see. Yep. Subspace. Ooh, nice. All 4 people I know. Nice. Okay, let's get Trash Zuka out of here. The weapon and sub-weapon are fine, but the Trash Zuka, not so much. I mean, Kill or Fail isn't much better. And no, I made that up. Not Nintendo. They freaking copied me. Because that's all they can do anymore is copy. Seems like all they can do anymore is play catch-up in general. I guess they're just too slow. Yikes. Unresponsive is all I have, as usual. In other words, nothing's changed. That works. Okay. I think it's one more match, or two more matches to go, then I can get off of this dumpster fire of a game. 10 times. Oh, Mario Wolf, nice. Yeah, I just play this game so much. Nope, I gotta do one more match with this. And then I think it's two more matches. And my positive KD ratio is probably going to disappear after tomorrow's stream because Nintendo are just desperate to get people to play this game with an unnecessary Splatfest. They're just copying Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. I mean, geez, that's all they can do anymore is copy. content fraud. Instead of giving it the buffs it needs, you just make it a cheese special with an oversized hitbox. Talk about not knowing how to balance anything properly. Yeah. Splatfest really, this particular Splatfest really has a BS excuse to try and get people to play this game. Give us another big content update, like I keep saying you need to do. Well, 10 times battle. Yes, one more weapon. Ooh, it's one of my particular favorites. Too bad they give it a bunch of unnecessary nerfs. Again, just a prime example of Nintendo not knowing how to balance words properly. Doggos! Just like what they did with the burst bombs. Making them 45 instead of 40 was stupid. That 2-win streak. Okay. Uh-oh. Can't get any splats without your special, eh? Yep. I despise this game. Jeez, why is the hitbox on the slosher so minuscule? I'd argue it's smaller than a Charger's hitbox. Again, just Nintendo not knowing how to balance weapons properly. That's a mighty fine lad you got there, Nintendo fraud. Where'd you learn how to implement it? At the How to Be Frauds at Game Design Convention? Jeez, this game is abysmally bad. It is so bad. Unbalanced, unpolished. What's the matter, Nintendo? Don't like me freaking saying it like it is? You clowns. The software is an error. Don't like me calling this game what it is due to your laziness and greed, Nintendo? Huh. Yeah, this game is atrocious. It's really bad. I gotta put a skip the news option, but only not for Splatfests. Oh, talk about pointless. Hey, Nintendo fraud? A 10 times win. Oh, Hyper Tiger, nice. Ha! Okay, Nintendo fraud. Give me the 10-minute penalty because you guys are frauds in every way, shape, size, and form. Because your connections and your online is so trash that you do not want to take responsibility for it. You don't want to take accountability for it because you're lazy. You're self-centered, you're egotistical, and you're literal frauds at this point. Clowns. Seriously, what a bunch of clowns. That's all Nintendo are at this point. Just a circus. Yeah, give me the penalty for your trash connections, Nintendo fraud. Talk about being full of yourself. And they want to raise the prices of their online. Talk about fraudulent to the maximum. Their online is so trash it should be free. That's just a fact. Any online service should be free. And Nintendo's in particular is like egregiously atrocious. So now when I have only one more match to go, we're stuck here waiting 10 minutes because Nintendo are frauds. That's fine. Stuck here waiting 10 minutes because Nintendo are frauds in quite literally every way, shape, size, and form at this point. Staying on here longer than I need to because this game is a dumpster fire. And Nintendo doesn't care about this game at all because they have our money for it. Nintendo don't care about the product, they only care about the quarterbacks. So I'll make that 20 minutes. 25 minutes of this Splatfest wasted. And all 25 of those minutes are due to lazy corner cut BS and greed. Kinda reminds me why I stopped playing this game. Think it'd be fun to come back after a while? Nah, because Nintendo made no changes. Even when they say they make changes, they don't make changes. They just say they do. Hence why the connections are still the worst you can get in any online service. Nintendo Special Line ran out. Yeah, go figure. Welcome, by the way. Yeah, 5 minutes remaining, because your trash service, Nintendo fraud. Because of your trash service, I'm stuck here waiting. Nintendo fraud. Software closed due to an error. This software is an error. So corner cut, so unpolished. I'd argue Nintendo's an error at this point. Nintendo is the error. well, it's like I said, Nintendo actually doesn't want you playing, so there you go. This kind of confirms that. Jeez. We'll just do the fitness Grand Pacer test until we're ready. Never mind, screw that. Let's see what weapons are next, actually. Oh yeah, all the stringers. Disappointment and disappointment for a third kit. Of course, they make sure this kit is really good. Go figure. And a little Nintendo favoritism there. Dang, this weapon is so cool looking. If only it had triple splashdown. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, this weapon needed the Kraken because that would actually reference, I think, the second kit from Splatoon 1. Meanwhile, this needed the triple splashdown to represent the vanilla kit from Splatoon 2. Yeah, these special weapons need swapped. All the dualies lined up here. Kind of. Yeah, these ones may have the Splatoon 2 colors, which is really nice. But this one is full-on Splatoon 2 representation. Curling bombs and triple splashdown. And their dualies, all of which made their debut in Splatoon 2. Man, Splatoon 2, dude. That's still that's always going to be my favorite Splatoon game. Splatoon 2 will always be my favorite Splatoon game. Look at this cut corner. It's not walking. It's the running animation in slow-mo. We cut corners here at Nintendo, as little effort as possible for as much money as possible. Okay, last match and then I'm getting off of this dumpster fire. When I lose, I don't care. I'll just be glad to get off. Ouch. I fail to see how this is a Slayer weapon when you have to go through so much effort to splat someone with this thing. It's not even funny how much effort this takes to be good with. Yeah, it's got a high damage hit, but like I feel like that makes it more of a support weapon. Like to take out injured opponents. That's kind of what that makes us feel like. So only 2 of theirs can hit me in one hitting, but I hit them with all 3 of mine, and they still don't get one shot. Okay, Nintendo. Jeez, it takes so much effort to splat people with this thing, it's not even funny. Jeez Louise. Nintendo just does not make it rewarding to be a frontline Slayer weapon in this game. They really don't. They do not make it fun to be a frontline Slayer weapon. They literally do not. They make it such an annoying chore. Yeah. They clearly were catering to backline weapons in this game. There's no buts or ands or ifs about that. There are 0 buts or ands or ifs about that. They were 100% catering to backline weapons in this game. 100% they were. $100% they were. There's no buts or ands or ifs about that. It is not fun to be a frontline. Oh my gosh, Nintendo, you are trash. You are fraudulent in every way, Nintendo. You are downright fraudulent in every way possible, Nintendo. Holy heck. This game is so dysfunctional. It is so dysfunctional. Holy heck. What a dumpster fire of a joke of a game. What a dumpster fire of a joke of a game. Holy sweet mother of all creatures great and small. Yeah, it's safe to say I will not be returning to this game once I'm done with this last Splatfest. I don't care. This Splatfest is nothing more than a pathetic forced excuse to get people to play. This Splatfest has no reason to exist to begin with. It literally doesn't. What a joke, man. What a freaking joke. Jeez. Yeah, sure thing, Nintendo for Rod. Sure thing, Nintendo for Rod. Your pathetic excuse of a game and online service, and you punish us for your incapabilities and laziness and greed and incompetence. What a joke. What a joke. What a waste of valuable time, energy, and money. This game is a waste of everyone's valuable time, energy, and money. And that's just the fact. I'm sorry. That's just the facts. Yeah. Not hard to see why I quit playing this game when it's as terrible as it is. When it is unfun and dysfunctional as it is. Jeez, the frickin' Louise. Okay, anywho's, yeah. I've been on this dumpster fire long enough. I have been playing this trash for long enough. I am getting off. So I can go play a real game made by real game developers. Not a milked product, rushed out to market by amateurs. As usual, though. Video. Jeez Louise. I'm calling it a stream right now. Whoopee! Who cares? I would like to enjoy this game, I would, but unfortunately the devs don't care about it. They only push it out for money and they don't care about making it actually fun to play. I would like to enjoy it, but the devs just don't care. Anywho's, yeah, calling it a stream here. So with that being said, I have a collab with Subspace, Speed, and Hyper Tiger tomorrow. So I'll be streaming a little earlier, around 1 p.m. my time, which is PST. So other than that, I'm calling it a stream right here. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you all had fun. Until next time, have a good rest of your day, afternoon.